ViequesLove was started by myself and Kelly Thompson. The night of the hurricane, Kelly created a GoFundMe with the intent to raise, $30,000, $40,000 to help rebuild schools or help, put the money towards an infrastructure project of some sort. At the same time, I was concerned about the displacement of people after the hurricane, from the very limited communication and videos. I think we saw El Nuevo Dia video the day of. It was clear that the economy was going to suffer greatly. And I was concerned about, friends and family who would have to move off the island and restart somewhere else. So she and I talked about different efforts that we could do and joined forces on. And by the next day, we still hadn't heard about any government aid coming to the island. And I think that in all of our original discussions, that had never even been remotely a possibility. The worst case scenario would be 5 days. That's what it was in Katrina, and that was the worst FEMA response to date. And then as we neared closer and closer to day 5, help wasn't showing up. So we spoke with a few people, just all via Facebook, and found out that Robert Becker was going down to the island pretty much any way he could get down there. We worked with Franco Gonzalez on the main island, who has a lot of connections to the fishermen and the boats there, and he was going to go walk boat to boat to see if somebody could get Becker to Vieques. And at the same time we realized, well, if Becker's going, we should get him satellite phones, we should get communications into the island. Maybe federal aid isn't getting there because they can't call out for help. So, the boat situation didn't really work out because the ports weren't ready to receive boats at that point. And so we immediately shifted to finding a plane. And we found a plane, and we found a pilot who was willing to take this on, which we did not have a plane land on Vieques and confirm the state of the runway until like 12 hours before our plane was set to take off. So he was going on complete blind faith that he'd be able to land, blind faith that he'd be able to get fuel. So thankfully we did get confirmation before he took off. But to our knowledge, we're only the second group to have gotten a plane onto the ground in Vieques after the storm. And we were able to just get all of this together because the people of Vieques love Vieques. It's a magical, special place where people go there because they want a change in life, or they were born there and they want to return, or they've spent their entire lives there. But it has this quality to it that it's very hard to express if you've never been there. But it's peaceful, and it's the community of people are loving and they're kind. And I think that without that community, this would never have been successful. We needed people to call the police in mainland Puerto Rico. We needed people to find us a pilot that was willing to go. We had to leverage any and every contact that we had. Kelly was on the phone with people from the Navy. I was on the phone with private security firms and pilots, and it all just came together because people worked together, completely unified. And I think that speaks very much to the kind of people that move to Vieques or live on Vieques, and the way that they just are.
So 1 month out, things are not great.
No.
What is the sort of the roadmap for you guys? I know you can't predict what's going to happen with power and different things, but you guys have raised a good amount of money. You have a lot of support. What do you want to accomplish moving forward?
I mean, what we want to do is what we've wanted to do from the get-go. We want to help the people of Vieques. Because ViequesLove started in an emergency and it's been an emergency even to this day, we're not entirely sure what the future of ViequesLove will look like, but we know that for as long as we have support of the community and we have funding, we want to be there to serve the people of Vieques. So that might be schools, it might be rebuilding projects, we don't know. And we're going to continue to take it day by day for now, but we're hopeful that once enough aid is there, once the crisis has finally passed, then we can regroup and decide what the future of that's going to look like.